Jeff Andretti is under attack. Salt Walther is on the racetrack trying to beat Andretti's speed of 210.268 miles an hour, slowest in the 33 car field for the Indy 500. There you see Walther driving a car owned by his father George.
He was close to the wall that time. I don't know if you saw that coming off a one, but that was awful close.
Down the backstretch he comes, 5/8 of a mile, reaching speeds of about 220 miles an hour. Is he slowing down? No, it looks like he's going to make a run at it. He has warmed up. I'm not sure if this is his...
This is his second lap.
Okay, so he has to either wave off or take the green flag this time around. The green flag is out, and Salt Walther is going to attempt to bump Jeff Andretti. The Andrettis, the first family in history to have 4 members in the field for the Indy 500. They hope it stays that way. Several times we've seen brothers and 3 members of a family.
His first lap at 2:10.202.
Marginal. That is slower than Jeff Andretti's 4-lap average. Back in the early days of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Chevrolet brothers, all 3 were in the race. Jeff Andretti just heard the speed there. Nervous. Shows a lot of cool there for a guy in his 20s. And his first time at this mammoth and historic racetrack. You see the shadows have gotten very long here. That will cool off the racetrack a little bit. Probably make them a little faster, I would think, Scott.
It definitely will. This is the perfect time to run on a track. And this is what they call the happy hour. This is when the highest speeds you usually see either in the morning or in the late evening. The winds aren't too bad. The conditions are almost perfect. And he picks it up a little bit, 2:11.332.
That makes his average 2:10.765, and that's enough to bump Andretti if he can keep up that pace. Turn 3.
Imagine what's going through his mind right now. Brake, baby.
Rain, brake. Where's my backup car? Where's my helmet? Where's my gloves? What am I doing here? White flag, 1 lap left for Salt Walther. A great story in his own right. Trying to make a comeback at Indianapolis after being away for 10 years.
2:10.714, average of 2:10.748. That's enough to do it.
By 1/2 mile per hour. Walther seriously burned in a start line crash here at Indianapolis in 1973. Went through more than 100 surgical procedures. Lost the fingers on his left hand. Became addicted to morphine as a painkiller. Was even arrested for trying to obtain the drug illegally a couple of years back. Went through rehabilitation. Says he's been clean for about 15 months now, and he wants to drive a race car again. Spent some time in the American Racing Series driving turbocharged Buicks, and he is now back at the Speedway with a wave to the crowd. He takes the checkered flag, and I think Jeff Andretti knows bad news is coming.
2:10.558 for the average.
His laps 2:10.202, 2:11.332, 2:10.714, 2:09.991, and by 3/10 of a mile an hour, he has bumped Jeff Andretti out of the Indy 500 field. And there is his crew in pit lane reacting to the announcement from PA announcer Tom Carnegie.
The highs of the highs and the low of the lows.
We have seen them all this weekend. The joy of the Bettenhausens as they got into the race, and now the misery of young Jeff Andretti, who no doubt has a lot of Indy 500s ahead of him, but he really has his work cut out for him now. He has a chance of salvaging a position in the race. That is the mark on the bubble, and that is what this man is shooting at. Johnny Rutherford, knocked from the field last year by Rich Vogler. He has his shot now in a backup car for Tero Palmroth.
We have less than 10 minutes left. We have Jeff Andretti, we have JR, we have Groff, Vogler, Moran. They just don't have enough time to get them done. Who's going to be?
Somebody will not get onto the racetrack. It'll take about 2.5, make that 2 minutes and 40 seconds for JR to complete his 4-lap run. Once he is at speed, he is on the first of 2 warm-up laps, and that's going to add some time as well. We may only see 2 more men, maybe 3 more men on the racetrack, assuming they all go the full 4-lap distance.
There's his wife, hoping, praying to get into the field this year for the 74th running. It's there's a lot of pressure. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on Johnny and a lot of pressure on the whole team.
Here you see the 4 biggest names in Indianapolis: A.J. Foyt, Al Unser Sr., Johnny Rutherford, Mario Andretti, and take a look at their records. They talk about Andretti's luck here. In 24 starts, he has finished 8 times. He has won once, but the sheer numbers belie his competitiveness over the years. Johnny Rutherford, 24 starts, Al Unser, 24 starts, Unser, Rutherford, and Andretti all going for that silver anniversary here at Indianapolis. Thus far, the only one who hasn't got it is this man, Johnny. The next man in line is Rocky Moran.
Here he comes down for the green.
He's going to need 210.558 miles an hour. 2 crashes kept Johnny Rutherford out of the field in 1983. The only other time in the last 26 years that he has not been in the field for the Indy 500. He started 30th in 1984 and in 85 and in 1988. Was bumped last year from the field, as I mentioned.
Johnny's a real gentleman. He's helped me out a lot in getting to know the Indianapolis here, and bends over backwards for you. If you have any questions, any help that you need, he's more than willing to help out. He's was one of the first ones to contact me after the accident. Wish him well.
Off the corner he comes. 5 minutes remaining, and Johnny is going to take up most of it. He can't wave off. He just doesn't have the time to. As Benny looks on, we'll have the time for you as soon as we can. First lap won't do it. 2:08.889. That's not going to do it. He needs another 3 miles an hour to get him comfortably over 210.
The big question is now, will he take the wave off, or will he continue the 4 laps to take up the time?
You better know that Rocky Moran is hoping that he will. His engine is fired now, ready to take off the moment Johnny Rutherford stops. Completing the second lap. Once again, Betty shakes her head. It doesn't look good for the 3-time Indy 500 champion. Time coming up now on the new electronic timing system here at Indianapolis, 2:09.074. He has a chance, but he has to go a lot quicker right now.
Since it is the average of 4 laps, he has to run at least 2:11 laps to bring the average up. To 2:11 laps, as a matter of fact. It's a long way to go.
Shadows may be going long in the career of one of the great names at Indianapolis, Johnny Rutherford. Off turn 4, he comes again. And he gets a yellow flag. A wave off by his crew, Scott? Or do you think that the officials asked him to get off because... No, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't ask him to get off because he wasn't making speed and there were cars behind him, would they?
He certainly wouldn't think so. I didn't... The crew must have picked it up.
Well, maybe Johnny is doing the noble thing and getting off to allow Rocky Moran his chance. He is on the racetrack. In fact, he is 1 turn behind Johnny Rutherford. Here he comes. Rocky Moran. Once again, the speed he must reach, 210.558 miles an hour to bump Salt Walther. Rocky spent years here at Indianapolis driving A.J. Foyt's backups to get into the field. He now has his own ride with Gore Racing out of Wisconsin, who have teamed up with Menard Racing to get Buick power into Rocky's car.
This is the last chance. There's no more opportunities now. I mean, he either does it now or doesn't do it at all for this year.
I have 2 minutes remaining. Jeff Andretti waits. He would be the next out. But it looks like he will not have the time if Rocky Moran gets up to speed and does a complete 4-lap attempt. Rocky Moran has been driving GTP sports cars with Dan Gurney's team, the IMSA Camel GT competition. We'll see him a week from tomorrow in Lime Rock, Connecticut. There is Salt Walther talking to the local TV crews. And certainly he knows what's going on the racetrack behind him. It's got to be tough to keep your train of thought, I would think, when you know that a man is on the racetrack right now trying to put you back on the trailer.
It is. You know, there's so many emotions that go through your mind right now. It's just unbelievable. There's no place like Indy. There's no time like qualification. For me, it was the most nervous time that I've ever experienced in my whole life. I didn't have to worry about being on the bubble.
He's on his way, is Rocky Moran. This would be the last attempt of the day. But if he can't get up to speed, maybe he'll let Jeff Andretti get out there. The racetrack is marked with all of the events that we've seen in the last 3 days. The crashes, the tire marks on the wall, the skid marks on the racetrack from the spins. And we have seen a number of crashes. Rich Vogler, Steve Chassie, Jim Crawford, There you see Jeff Andretti's skid marks in the background. There is nothing like the drama of Indianapolis.
What's it going to be? Have enough? Let's see.
The first lap. It's a good one. 210.891 miles an hour. If he can maintain this speed, he can knock Salt Walther out of the race. And that means, there you see the timekeeper. He will stick his arm out the window and fire a starter's pistol in the air. And the firing of the gun for 74 years has meant the end of qualifying in Indianapolis. It has opened the history books for 33 drivers officially in the field, and it has snuffed the hopes of those who were not able to make it. Second lap complete for Rocky Moran. The gun has fired. Qualifications are closed. Jeff Andretti will not get an attempt at the 1990 Indy 500. There will be 3 Andrettis and not the historic 4.
And he's quicker yet. 2:11.050. He's got to keep it going too. He's got to keep this speed up. Getting down to the last few minutes.
There's Michael Andretti shaking his head. Father Mario to the left of the picture. Sports Center will be coming up behind us. We'll say goodbye as quickly as possible after the drama of Indianapolis qualifying is complete. But Rocky Moran, with 1 lap to go, could become the 33rd and final qualifier, bumping Salt Walther. He has 3 laps now in the book. His times are slowly getting quicker. That lap, 42.630 seconds, 211.119 miles an hour. His 3-lap average, 211.020, will knock Salt Walther out of the field. What a moment like this. You think about the Johnny Rutherfords and the Jeff Andrettis.
Tell you what, my palms are sweating from being nervous.
Oh my.
This is it, the checkered flag.
It looks like it's a good one. It looks like Rocky Moran will make the Indy 500. Speed's coming up. Once again, his final lap added a little bit more speed. His 4-lap average, 211.076 miles an hour. And the news is coming over the PA system right now to Salt Walther. He told us he didn't think it would stand up, and it didn't. Congratulations to him were the words on his lips. Good guy, Salt Walther. The last man to be bumped from the field. Rocky Moran will be the 33rd. The 33rd and final qualifier. I'm checking the other times because he might have gone faster than John Paul Jr., in which case he would have been the 32nd qualifier, but it hasn't turned out that way.
What a day we've seen. I mean, what a month we've seen. The rain, the times, the missed days of qualifying, and right up until the last minute of qualifying, bumping out of the race.
As Rocky Moran pulls in, we'll give you a look at the final rundown, the official field for the 74th running of the Indy 500.